Hello, everyone. This is your self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Island Church of Seahawk Positivity, host of the 12-Man Fan Jam Show. And as I was looking back on the 10th season, it occurred to me that there seems to be a common theme, if you would, that our friend here, Matty from Merry Old England, here's Matty, by the way. Say hi, Matty.
Hello. Hello.
There seems to be a theme with Matty and a certain quarterback in the NFL by the name of Aaron Rodgers. And I have some highlights, if you want to call them that, some clips from our show that shows that Matty just has an alleged feeling that maybe Aaron Rodgers isn't being completely honest with the public. Matt, is that fair? Is that fair to say?
Honest with himself, Dennis. Honest with himself.
Honest with himself.
Very odd. But what I do know is that oftentimes gay men in the closet, many years, myself years ago, do weird things, and they do stuff to take attention away from one thing they can't really talk
Very
about.
nice. Matty's here from Merry Old England. Hi, Matty.
Good morning, Moses. How are you?
Wonderful, sir. Yourself?
Well, I just want to say I want to give my sincere thoughts and good wishes to everyone in Florida right now and in South Carolina following the wake of Hurricane Ian. You know, this massive storm even forced Tom Brady to flee his home.
What?
Yes, but allegedly, even Aaron Rodgers has decided against traveling to Florida at the moment, especially once he heard that there were thousands of outages across the state, as he didn't want that to happen to him.
He didn't want to be an outage, did he?
No.
Merry Old England. Hi, Matt.
Good morning, Moses. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you, sir?
Well, London games are well underway here at the moment, building up all that tension for our own away game in Germany later this year.
Yes.
Last week, as you may have seen, a good friend of the show, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, lost to New York in London, although pretty sure that's not the first time he's had his butt thoroughly spanked by 53 grown men.
Okay.
Allegedly.
And we're off.
Allegedly. No, come on, Moses.
Allegedly.
No, come on. You know as well as I do. You know as well as I do that I treat Aaron Rodgers just like family. He's like my sister.
Yeah, Aaron took a beating.
Oh, he did.
And
yes,
I bet he enjoyed
was
that,
most
yeah.
upset in that final couple of plays where he was battered away and had couldn't get a ball off, which has never happened to him before. It's not a common thing.
Son of a bunch of men.
Allegedly, but we won't.
No, first and foremost, for the lawyers around the world,
Right.
this is all allegedly. I'm a gay man, right? And as one of the few things that we are born with as gay men, as well as a wonderful sense of occasion, the ability to dress well, soft furnishings, cook a quiche, all that good stuff.
Okay.
We also have a sort of radar, a sort of, I don't know. We get to find out people who are maybe living not quite their authentic selves.
Awesome.
Let's
First,
put it that way.
there's Matt from Merry Old England. Hi, Matt.
Good morning, Moses. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Well, as you know, I take a deep and personal interest in the day-to-day activities of a good friend of the show, Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Do tell us about Aaron Rodgers, please.
Now, who I must say is having a very difficult time of it lately, following a rather embarrassing loss against the Commanders last week. But Aaron is handling it like a pro.
Good.
He's literally just single-handedly called out every single member of his team, all his teammates, for pretty much being useless and making too many mistakes. And then when he was sort of challenged on that by the journalist, and this is the creme de la creme of responses from Aaron Rodgers, he said, people in this society have a hard time hearing the truth sometimes.
Apology accepted.
The irony of this statement coming from Aaron Rodgers is delicious. Whether it's vaccinations or any other part of his particular lifestyle, truth. This is a big thing for Aaron Rodgers this season. Truth. It wasn't such a big thing last season, but it's a big thing this season.
He does enjoy his big things. So
He loves big things.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Loves big. England. Hi, Matt.
Good morning, Moses. How are you?
Wonderful, sir. How are you?
Well, the trade deadline. I mean, I've just been so excited because the trade deadline has passed, and
Yes.
all the commentators have been scratching their heads, and of course, least of all in good old Green Bay. Because old Green Bay apparently didn't make any acquisitions for the offense at all, meaning that some commentators have been suggesting that the team must commit to using its young receivers. Well, that's put a smile on a certain quarterback's face. Allegedly, being allowed to use young receivers is his entire thing.
There it is. And I'm Matt.
Good morning, Moses. How are you?
Wonderful. Welcome back, my friend. How was Bermuda?
Thank you very much. It was a wonderful time. I had a lovely holiday, much needed recharge, but I was still able to keep up with the latest goings on from friend of the show, Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Allegedly.
Well, I had to keep what was going on. So apparently, considering the poor season that the Green Bay are having at the moment, Aaron Rodgers is very happy to discuss being benched behind quarterback Jordan Love. I mean, he'd prefer to be standing behind him, probably, but other positions are available. But apparently, he's happy to chat anyway.
Matt,
allegedly,
pair of 12-man fan jam shows.
Allegedly,
Allegedly, Matt has been keeping up with Aaron Rodgers because he has a theory.
He loves that kid. He loves that kid. He loves looking at. He loves looking at the growth. That's what he said. It's what he said, Pat McAfee show. I haven't even made that up. There's no allegedly there. He actually said it. He actually said it.
Merry old England. I'm Matt.
Good morning, Moses. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you, sir?
Well, it's a big hello from Christmas Eve over here right now. It is absolutely Christmas Eve, so I'm slightly ahead of you. I've been checking up on what old Aaron Rodgers has been getting up to because I like to check and see what he's been doing.
That you do. Allegedly.
Well, this is not allegedly. Apparently, he took part in some sort of ritual or something, ale shak or something, and used some plant-based psychedelic drugs and all that sort of malarkey. In my day, we just used to call them poppers, and they were a gay drug. But apparently he's been using this new plant-based stuff, and apparently he's got a big thing about washing up. He finds it very meditative. I mean, I don't wash up, I just shove it in the dishwasher, but there you go. Aaron Rodgers, what a man, what a guy.
What a man, what a guy. Your Aaron Rodgers update brought to you by Matt.
He keeps me in business, mate.
Yeah. The posse, there's Matt from merry old England. Hi, Matt.
Good morning, Moses. How are you?
Ready for some playoff football. What about you?
This is a crazy year, man. It's a crazy year. My heart can't take this. Can't take it all. I'm an old, ex-smoking, morbidly obese Englishman with liver disease. I can't put up with this kind of game.
It isn't ironic that we had to beat had to have Aaron Rodgers lose for us to come in.
Do you know what? Aaron Rodgers should be grateful that he came second for a change.
Oh no!
Allegedly.
He did come second this time.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, we know historically, I believe he's had a falling out with lots of his family, close and extended. Obviously, he's not married. He's gone through several high-profile girlfriends. He's 39 years old. I don't know. Something ain't right, Dennis. If something ain't right, it ain't right. Good
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what Aaron Rodgers does too. You have any insight on that?
I have no insight about the inside of Aaron Rodgers. I could ask around some friends that I know in San Francisco, but I don't know whether they'll share.
Allegedly.
And I think one of the things that always caught me out with Aaron Rodgers especially, but there are lots of other players in the NFL. If you watch any of the, you wouldn't, but any of the sort of LGBTQ plus news that goes around, there is apparently several very high-flying NFL players that are within the league who are gay. Now, obviously, some of them we know.
Yes.
And that's all well and good, being their authentic selves. Now, the issue I have with Aaron Rodgers is he's so weird sometimes as to make me sit there and think, why are you behaving in such a weird way? Mm-hmm. What is under the currents? What's under the surface? What's allegedly going on in your brain?
Yeah.
That make you behave in such a bizarre and odd manner. Things like, the darkness retreat.
The posse here first. There's Matt from merry old England. I'm Matt.
Good morning, Moses. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Did you pay your electricity bill or what? What
No,
happened?
I'm taking a leaf out of friend of the show, Aaron Rodgers. I'm going on a darkness retreat.
Oh!
I'm going to put myself in a dark room for 4 days. Now, interestingly, if every other gay person out there knows exactly what this is, if you go and spend some time in a dark room, normally it's not for 4 days. But obviously, Aaron Rodgers has had very little action over the last season, so has decided to make all up for it in one go. And then after that, he's going to have to, allegedly, and then after that, he's probably going to have to leave the Green Bay Packers. But nevertheless, I'm
Turn
oozing
lights
in
out for Aaron. All right.
oozing in.
That's
Very
awful
calming.
nice. I'm sure he's very thankful for that. And over there.
So now Aaron is in New York City, Matt.
Yes.
After
Yes,
all
yes,
of that
yes.
season in Green Bay,
Yep,
what are your feelings for him as far as being a Jet?
Well, well, hopefully it's warmer than Green Bay in the but probably not that much warmer in MetLife, to be honest. So weather-wise, I think he's going to be just as. And as you know, I am the weather forecaster of the show,
You
so
are?
therefore I
You
have
are.
to pass comment on everything, including
Mhm.
that. I still think it's going to be cold. In terms of, is it a better place to be your authentic self up there, allegedly? Yeah, probably. If you're closer to New York City, you'll probably got closer to more of the liberal side of things than you might have found in Wisconsin down in that way. I don't know
True.
Wisconsin very well. I don't know Green Bay at all.
Mhm.
I've never been, so I don't really
Mhm.
know how it feels or how it fits. But I seem to feel that if you certainly wanted to be able to be a bit more open and free with yourself, you could do so in the state of New York far easier
I would
than
think so as well.
Wisconsin. Although, unfortunately, this is also one of the problems for gay men, and politicians have often found this occasionally as well, is that when they move or they end up in a more sort of freer liberal state or freer liberal city, they get caught out because suddenly they get caught on a camera or they get caught on a CCTV or they get caught. Now, this doesn't necessarily happen in Wisconsin, and bearing in mind, in Wisconsin, Aaron Rodgers was God.
Mhm.
He was their quarterback. He was their big, the big man, as they called him.
Yes.
At Lambeau Field. But I mean, of course, that's not necessarily true in New York. In New York, there's a lot more prying eyes. So, I
There
don't
are.
know. At the moment, we'll just see how he gets on. I think he's going to have a much happier time because I just don't think that clearly he wasn't happy. Just taking all the alleged stuff to one side and throw it out. He wasn't happy.
No.
So if
No,
you're
he
not
wasn't
happy,
happy on the team,
no,
period.
he wasn't happy on the team, full stop. So
Yeah.
if you're not happy on the team, getting out
Mhm.
can only be a good thing for him. So Aaron Rodgers, in any sense, I think is going to be having a much happier time, although I think he will find it even harder to play and have, retain the legendary status, if you like,
All right.
for the Jets. Unless, of course, I mean, if he goes on and wins the Super Bowl this year, all bets are off.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? And New York is the city of dreams, so you can
And nightmares.
and nightmares. So you can be who you want, or you can have your best times, and your worst times in the same place. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, Matthew, we appreciate your insight and your alleged insight.
There's no insight. There's no insight. It's just
your alleged interest in Aaron Rodgers.
Just allegedly.
And we will just keep our mouths closed and our eyes open, and we will continue to monitor the Aaron Rodgers situation through, of course, Matty from Merry Old England.
I can assure you, Moses, I will be keeping a very, very close eye, sort of an eye like that, really, on Aaron Rodgers in New York State.
Excellent. Thank you, sir, for your time.
You're welcome.